Do you like playing guitar? Do you like playing piano? Well, we are talking about music in this particular chapter. Fine. Here in this chapter, we will be dealing with two parts. The first part is the origin of Shehnai, and the second part is Bismillah Khan's role in popularizing Shehnai. Fine. So, first of all, we have to know the origin of Shehnai. How Shehnai was originated. Shehnai was originated right back then in the time of history. It was then when Aurangzeb used to run the whole empire. Fine. It was then when Pungi, P-U-N-G-I. What? P-U-N-G-I. Pungi means an instrument by which if the person blows, then the snakes starts dancing at the rhythm of it. That means snake charmer's musical instrument is called Pungi. During that phase of time, Pungi was famous and its sound too. So, what happened later when it was played before Aurangzeb, he did not feel satisfaction after listening to it. Then what did he do? He rejected it. Fine. Later on, what happened? Later on, there was a barber. Barber means one who cuts down the hair. Fine. He brought a pipe, a hollow pipe like this. Okay. And on the top of it here, he made 7 holes. How it was? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And some part is made like this so that air can be passed through this and some kind of sound would emerge. That's how the birth of Shehnai took place. Okay. During that phase of time, or with the invention of this Shehnai, Aurangzeb felt very hunky-dory. He felt very contented after listening to it. Fine. Now, that's how one part has been passed away in this chapter. So, we have done one part, Shehnai's origin, how it was. And then we are now dealing with Bismillah Khan's, let's say, biography. Who Bismillah Khan was? The first question. In your examination, this question can be asked. Now, I'm going to say a couple of facts regarding his, right from his birth till his death. Try to figure out and keep all these things on your mind, because these questions can be asked from anywhere. So, I'm going to be dealing with the facts very precisely, and the theme, or you can say short summary, I'm going to deliver in front of you. Fine. So, here, what's the meaning of Shehnai? We have made it clear. A flute that is blown through air. Fine. Now, Bismillah Khan is a specialist of playing Shehnai. Okay. He was born into a family where each and every other individual was a musician itself. So it is said that wherever we upbring ourselves, wherever we upbring, the society, the outer society gets impacted on us. That's a fact. Similarly, the same thing had happened in his case too. He was born on 21st March 1916. So, Bismillah Khan was born on, tell me, 21st March 1916, and he was born in Dumra district of Bihar. Fine. Then if I talk about his family members, his father's name was Paigambar. He was too a musician. His grandfather's name was Rasul Bux, who happened to play the Shehnai at the chamber of Shah Jahan at Bhojpur for the king. Okay. So generation wise generation, we can spot the very common thing that is of music, playing Shehnai all throughout. Fine. Now he had his uncle too. His name was Ali Bux. What? Ali Bux. Now if I ask you where he used to play the music, this question can be asked in the examination paper, then you should be mindful while writing that he used to play the Shehnai at Balaji temple, and then Vishnu temple, and then Mangalmay. Okay, so all these places were sounded by the sound of Shehnai, played by Ali Bux, who was the grandfather of Bismillah Khan. Fine. He was even bestowed upon with the Padma Bhushan, all these awards. Okay. And as a matter of fact, when India got its first independence, so during that phase of time, on the radio itself, Bismillah Khan ji was invited there to play the flute on air, and he did it very magnificently. So you can understand the proximity, the value and the amazement of playing Shehnai, and how remarkably he used to handle it. Each and every other individual used to get mesmerized after listening to it. If I give you the lively example how Shehnai is still used among us, you may see it at the time of marriages here in India. And then if I give you one example from Bollywood, then Swadesh, there is a movie where Shah Rukh Khan was the lead actor. There was also a song, ये जो देश है तेरा, स्वदेश है तेरा. In this particular song, the beginning part where Shehnai was used. Okay, so you can take a listen of it. Okay, so he was also, Bismillah Khan ji was also invited for a concert in the US. Okay, he was too invited at Lincoln Center Hall that was located in the United States. In Tehran, there was an auditorium that was kept after his name, naming it Teher Musk Ustad Bismillah. Fine. And he was also gifted some of the mementos and Persian carpets by Zahir Khan, who was the king of Afghanistan. There was another musical composition had been done by him, that was Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya. This is still available on YouTube. The musical ambience that he created with this composition, it was just amazingly wonderful. If you are interested, you can go through it once. So with this note, I guess I have made you understand more or less the short summary of it, and I have dealt it with very precise manner. And still, if you have any doubt, do ask me. Thank you for your all time.